trying to fix it. And you see that kind of happening at the end. The people start to accept her. You kind of see that she's made a mistake, but she's kind of digging herself out of the hole that she made for herself.
I think maybe also like protection, because if she was pregnant, so if she was having her baby and she left, she would have this new baby in a new surrounding where she knew nobody, and even though she wouldn't necessarily be an adulterer or whatever, it was safer for her to stay where she was, because she actually had, I don't know, a place to stay, and Dinsdale was still there, so maybe she was still hanging on the hope that it would hurt his life.
I also think that like if she ran away, that would be like the best thing to do. And I don't think that she's that kind of person. Like she wouldn't run away from problems.
Right. I think that she wanted to stay because if she left, she would have to go and she either have to tell the truth about her daughter or she'd have to lie. And because we felt like the book as she progresses that she's not someone who's going to lie, she's going to be really open with her sins. And so if she just left, she'd be in the same position but with people that she didn't know without people that she loved. And so I think she wanted to stay so that she would still have the same problems anywhere else she went, but here she at least has some.
I kind of have a question to go to Ethan's question is like, we all know that she left the other book, but why did she come back? You know, like what was that for her in this Puritan town? Like why did she stay in the book?
I feel like it's at home. You know, she needs to live in where they are and like being out of her comfort zone. Like she knows everyone, they all know who she is. Just
And I feel like anywhere where someone has to like endure something really hard kind of becomes like hallowed. Like, you know, like we go visit these World War II memorials because it's kind of a sacred place. So maybe for Heather, or, oh my gosh, Hester, it's kind of a hallowed place to her, like somewhere where she had to endure something extremely difficult.
I think she's hanging around because, well, Dinsdale's there, but I also feel like it's kind of like how she keeps the Scarlet Letter on. It's familiar, it's what she's learned to know. And also I think that, I remember there, like somewhere in the beginning of the book it says, when she first sees Chillingworth, she's grateful to be on the scaffold in front of a bunch of people so that he won't hurt her or whatever. So, I think there's
Any questions, thoughts, just in general about the book, any themes that people had? Did you agree with the themes, the running themes that the past group had?
Okay, so I actually was wondering, like, I know like this book is all about sin and guilt, but maybe there's a theme of slight innocence. I mean, because it said in the book that Dinsdale, when he hires Chillingworth to use his position, he says he can't recognize Chillingworth as his enemy, and he says he's his friend, so there's that innocence there. Or like when Pearl loves Scarlet, but she doesn't even know what it means, so there's that childhood innocence. And then there's this illusion that, you know, Dinsdale's holy, like he's so holy that the ground isn't worthy to touch his feet, you know, and like the innocence of the town.
I was thinking about that too earlier, actually. I actually wrote one of my blogs kind of about innocence. And it was actually mostly about Pearl because it was towards the point in the story when Pearl was kind of beginning to get curious about what the letter meant, and she was kind of being smart about it and trying to get Hester to tell her what it meant. And I just kind of thought about how there's that point in everyone's life where you kind of begin to lose your innocence. And I think that kind of happens to Pearl where I don't think she was really ever too innocent from the beginning because of where she came from, but she kind of hits this point where it's not just this fabric on her mom, it's actually representing something, and she begins to realize that she wants to know what it means. And I don't know, I liked exploring the thing of innocence with it.
So, throughout the entire book, there's this one song called Innocent by Taylor Swift. And like that song kind of just like was in my head the entire time I'm reading this. And there's this one line that's who you are is not what you did. And I always kind of like related that to the different characters and how like Hester overcomes the sin and it's not who she is, but like some of the other characters, like they let their sin become them.
I think that while innocence is like a huge theme in the book, there's also an underlying theme of human nature, like with what Evie was saying. Because if you think about it, there isn't necessarily a protagonist or an antagonist in the story. And so like everybody kind of has like their own story. And like with Hester, like she's struggling, like she's her own protagonist, but she's also to other people their antagonist. So there isn't necessarily just one. And so I think it kind of just, the theme kind of just shows that like people make mistakes. There's nobody who should be completely blamed for something, and there's nobody who's completely innocent either. So I think it's kind of like going back to the wild rose bush, like there really isn't one or another. There's gotta be all of it, otherwise there's nothing.
Going off of that, I think that another theme could be that Dimsdale is a really prime example of how even the most perfect people in our society or in our world can fall and make mistakes and have a really hard time with confessing it. Like Hester really came clean with her sin, and Dimsdale was really going through a hard time with people looking up to him and him thinking of what they would think of him for committing this sin.
I just want to throw one word after ignorance. When y'all were saying innocence, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm on the same page or like the townspeople were innocent. I also understand where that was coming from. But I was thinking maybe they're choosing, they understand, like, deep down, this is wrong, but we're choosing to, like, turn our cheek the other way.
Kind of like when Dimsdale revealed his own scarlet letter, but then people refused to acknowledge it.
Yeah, so they're like, I'm just gonna pretend, I'm just gonna play dumb.
Well, I think there is an innocence though, because I don't think the people, like the villagers, I don't think they had intentions of hurting people. I think it was their society, and there were people who had intentions of punishing others, but I think the other people that stood there and watched, yeah, they were participating, but they had a sort of innocence because that wasn't the intention of all of them. That's unfair to assume that they all wanted to prosecute Hester and they all wanted to punish her and hurt her. Like, I think there is an innocence that is kind of hidden, that I don't think every single one of those townspeople would have done the same thing if they were standing there alone.
Do you think that might have been ignorance rather than innocence? Because they saw that Hester was, like being hurt by this. And they saw all the effects it was having on her and Pearl. So do you think that would be more ignorance than innocence?
I think it could be both. I think there's two different kinds of people though, because if there's someone that knows it's wrong and they ignore it, then that's that. But there's also, you could be doing something without intending for it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think there's two different sides to it, for sure.
You can relate that to question 13 back to our society, like bullying, things like that. It's just like here, people see people being bullied, and there's some people who stand up for those people who are getting bullied, and some people who just turn the cheek away. I think that could be just like that. So if we want to understand that, just understand why they were turning their cheek away if they didn't agree with it. Just think about that.
Alright, so we've got like 5 or so minutes left, so is there any final thoughts you guys want to say about the book, any wrap-up conclusions?
Well, I actually want to go on because I feel like that just ties into a mob mentality, kind of. People will just like kind of go with the flow, like they're not gonna. I feel like tying in with the nerds too is they maybe like have a conscience, they know that someone's right, like Dimsdale, but they decide just like go with like what society would accept, what
final thoughts on the book in general?
Well, I think as far as the themes go, I think human nature is a great way to put it in, because, these themes of innocence, ignorance, each character kind of has their own themes. Chillingworth has revenge, Dimsdale has kind of guilt and suffering. So each character kind of has their own themes, but I think they all fit perfectly under the category of human nature. So I honestly think that's a good underlying theme for the novel.
Yeah, I feel like the book is just pretty much shadowing our society today and how it was when she wrote the book back in the 1500s. So I feel like she writes the book in the 1600s, so it's portrayed as like, far away and doesn't happen. But at the end, you really realize like, that's how society is today. So I feel like this book is just, it's just like telling us how our society is today. And by knowing that, it's just how it's always going to be like that. Like, there's always going to be some sort of judgment in society. And I feel like the book just portrays that very well.
Kind of gonna pull Josh from Harry Potter. So like in the end of the book, how like everything is kind of like coming to a close. But then there's Remus and there's Tonks who has their son, and they died in this battle. And now his son, like their son is left alone. And so he has to go through the exact same things like Harry did. But in this book, it's kind of like saying, just because something like this is going to be solved, maybe just because the people might forgive Hester, it's gonna happen again. It's life. There's going to be someone else with the same story. And so there really can't be a conclusion that can come to any of these things. There's no exact symbolism, there's no exact reason, because it's just gonna happen again.
I agree, but I think there's definitely a reason that the book was written for, there's a specific message, obviously, that he was trying to portray. And I think, I agree, it's not that he wanted to tell a story and say it was done. But I think it's interesting that this book was published in 1850. So even though I think we keep all kind of saying, yeah, he wrote about right now, he didn't know what society is going to turn into, but I think he kind of had an understanding of how society back then was going to still be prominent, it was still going to carry over the same corruptions, the same human nature, and I don't know, I think that's interesting that even though it was published a long time ago and the story was set in such a different setting, that we can still understand it and we can still get a really strong message from it today.
I want to agree with the last group. The themes that they chose were redemption, and I think that shows so much about Hester, how she overcomes, and she doesn't stay because when you think about it, she has so many options to leave. Probably when she first found out 9 months, she could have left, and then after she was on the pillory, she could have left, but she stayed, and I think that's such a good example to us, to overcome and
I also think that one of the main themes in this book is you can always find bad and good, but it just kind of sheds light on what kind of person you are when you choose what to do with it. In the book, Mrs. Hibbins is a sister of the governor who's held up as a godlike person. She's kind of this dark kind of character. It's the good and the bad. And it's I don't know, you have these sins going on in this Puritan society that's really built around religious principles and stuff. And you just have to figure out you have to find the good and you have to kind of not think about the bad, I guess.
Really good work today. Bring those notes with you next time. I'm glad you have them.
So many questions now.
I know. That means we had a good conversation. You have more questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.